Hello, World Civilization 107. Welcome to week 5. Um, I, as with the announcement in my other class, I have to apologize for being a little extra informal. Um, I am actually in the middle of moving. As I was mentioning to my other class, I had a language, we had a misunderstanding with the management, and that's what happens when two people don't speak the same language, and you try to have a business transaction. Excuse me. So I'm humbled by the experience of being a foreigner. It's not easy. And I was able to get someone um, to help me communicate and work it out. So everything's peaceful and smooth, but I still thought I was going to be able to be here longer. And so this is it. I got to be out of here in the morning. And I wasn't sure if I was able to get it was tomorrow for me. Right now it looks like it's 6:59 a.m. for you. I'm going to be going to bed soon, and then I have to, jet. In any case, here we are. By the way, there's a Thai phrase, "My pen and I, no worries." I like that, right? So no worries. Get it all squared away. I also like the other phrase they always say when someone's just getting upset about something or a little uptight. They're like, "Jai yen yen," calm your heart, calm your heart. Okay, calm down. Okay, Jai yen yen, my pen and I, my pen and I. So here we are. We're almost done, and there's a lot of work to do between now and 2 more weeks, really, and then we're done. So this is a very crucial, important section for you to understand the making of the modern world and a lot of what's going on or what's happened in Asia. It's going to muddle a little bit of what may be helping you understand the current state of China and like what's going on in Hong Kong, where I'll be returning again. And there's a lot of drama going on there right now between Hong Kong and the mainland and all these things. But at least you'll get a background around this to kind of get through. So we're covering countries that I have actually been staying in, living in. I was just 2 months in Siem Reap, Cambodia. We're going to talk about the Khmer Rouge. When I put this together, I had no living experience or traveling in Southeast Asia. And now that is not the case. I just want to say a few things about Cambodia. What really saddens me is that it's very clear to me that the country is still facing a lot of trauma and slow recovery from what happened during the time of the Khmer Rouge. And, it's a little overwhelming. You go as a tourist, you can see Angkor Wat. They're beautiful ancient ruins, and you can meet the people and get some nice cultural experiences. But when you're a tourist, you're going there to enjoy what's fun, the 50-cent beer and all that. But there's this is history there, and it still lingers like a bad taste in your mouth, and it's just like, ugh. And the regime was, I think, one of the 20th century's worst regimes. I mean, under the Nazis, some people did well until his war expansion actually made it bad for everybody. But I mean, for Germans who were not of Jewish background, not communists, not Jehovah's Witness, not gay, physically fit, some of them were saying, hey, Germany's doing well. I don't think anybody experienced something pleasant from the Khmer Rouge. But then the problem that's happened for Cambodia now is they have the same president for the last 30 years. And I'm not going to say much about that. So if I go back to Cambodia, that can be a problem for me. I don't know. So freedom. Cambodia's got a lot of political problems to resolve, and it's unfortunate. And I also learned while I've been traveling there that there's just like the Europeans, people in Southeast Asia, they're more alike than not, but there's a lot of racism and bitterness, which is really rooted in a lot of conflicts that took place during the wars. So, I mean, the same thing, I was in Europe, I was in Belgium, and a Flemish woman who's really a Dutch-speaking Catholic, she told me, she goes, well, we hate the Dutch. you know, very. And then I was like, oh, this is my tour guide, by the way, at a church. And I was like, that was random and whoa. And then I remember I was in the Netherlands and a girl said, yeah, we hate the Germans. I mean, I'm only laughing because I'm just like, whoa, it was just like so matter of fact, you know. And all this is kind of rooted in the war stuff. And, you know, when I was in Cambodia, a lot of people have conspiracy theories about Vietnamese because they were occupied by the Vietnamese. And so there's this really kind of Vietnamese conspiracy theory issue that Cambodians had, and then China, and despite the fact that we bombed Cambodia so much and supported the Khmer Rouge to spite the Vietnamese, by the way, which is a whole nother long story. It's almost like they forget about it. We represent dollars, and by the way, in Cambodia now, their money is so low that they mainly just use U.S. dollars. I only would use the real, the Cambodian dollars, for change. There's no coins. So, so there's that too. So, but now, you know, the world is a complicated place. But when we learn the histories that we're learning here, North Korea makes more sense. Actually, all of Korea. And the rise of China and the relationship of China to the rest of Asia and Japan and its legacy. And things have changed fast too, though. So like I said, this background I hope helps you get up to speed. You know, when I was in Hong Kong a few months ago, I went to Hong Kong University for a seminar, and there was a woman who made a presentation about Japan and just said, you know, Japan's going inward again. They're isolating themselves. They're becoming less and less interested in the outside world, and this is a trend that's happened in Japanese history before. And they score very low on English tests because they're just they study English, but they don't really care, and they don't allow foreigners to get residency. I mean, they've you know, every white nationalist kind of has this Japan obsession because Japan keeps themselves so pure. I mean, so this is how the framework of the world works and people's thinkings of their ideologies. I'm kind of going off on too many different things right now. It's late. And the bottom line is, as you look at different political trends in the world and you see what's happening and what people are debating about, this section will help ground you in some sort of concrete way. And so I don't expect you, of course, to learn all of this in 1 week, but it's exposing you to a lot of important information. Okay? And then with Africa, we're covering as well, and this is another. It's really all related, because what we're really talking about is the developing world, the world that was under the thumb of Western imperialism and colonialism, that resisted, embraced certain ideologies. A lot of times it didn't work, and then there was all of these different kind of results that took place, and some of them actually did make it work. So this is the story of how we got here now, folks. Very important. And that's really what I'm trying to say. So forgive me for babbling in some of the weird ways I was trying to articulate something a little bit earlier. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to go. If you have any questions, please contact me. I should be settled in by tomorrow night.